Welcome to a brand new episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. We are playing, hold on, reverse a little bit. We're playing Hades 2 for this month. So we're checking out the recently 1.0'd Hades 2. I'm your host, Boston, playing this on the personal computer, joined as always by Moonpear.
Howdy, PC 2. Not the sequel to PC, but PC
That's
also.
right, yes. PC 2.0, we're here to announce it. I'm still going to try to explain this game, even though this is probably one of the few games we'll talk about on the show that almost needs no introduction, as the sequel to the biggest roguelite of all time. But it is an isometric hack and slash story progression run-based roguelite. Kind of
Yes.
your kind of standard thing you're thinking of when you're thinking of that. To put it a little bit more glibly, it's the sequel to Hades 1. Kind of one of the biggest indie video games in the last couple of years, and definitely one of the biggest roguelites of all time. And probably the one roguelite that the majority of people have played, if they're even have a passing interest in roguelites in general.
Yes.
And I'm going to be honest with you here at the beginning.
Here we go.
I feel like that's a little bit of the trouble that I've been having with Hades 2. Please don't misunderstand. Hades 2 is a very good video game.
Yes.
But it's the sequel to Hades?
It's Hades 2.
Yeah, like, and I don't mean to be dismissive of it, but I've been struggling with Hades 2 feeling like more Hades, and maybe not necessarily the kind of like evolutionary leap over the first game that I was hoping there would be.
So you've just used one of the keywords in my main criticism so far. Is it is an evolution game. It is an evolution of Hades 1. It is everything that hi Louise. It was everything that was incredible and groundbreaking and amazing about Hades 1 so far. Tweaked, amended,
expanded,
specialized a little bit, like the spell that you get that lets you, it gives you a little white line that points you towards collectibles.
Oh my god, so good. Love it.
It's a great like quality of life improvement. That is fantastic.
Yep.
The problem this game has is Hades 1 wasn't an evolution. Hades 1 was a revolution.
Yeah, because I think it's
such a groundbreaking game.
Because if people maybe didn't play Hades 1, I think what Hades 1 did really well that I think it maybe doesn't get a lot of credit for is they made roguelites approachable, and they made them run over run, like
they have a consequence and a meaning to doing it again and
again
and again.
And like for a lot of people that already play roguelikes and roguelites that were playing Hades 1, it was sort of like, okay, I mean, I'm just going to do another run. Like, who cares? Like, that's the genre. But for a lot of people that maybe didn't like your progression through one of these games is mostly predicated on, you lost, that's the game, get back in there and see if you can get further in. Or like, the randomization didn't give you what you needed, get back in there and start running again. And having
but now you've got a bunch of upgrade materials that you can use to go and do the metagame thing, which I kind of really like the metagame progression here. I'm not gonna lie.
And I think for a lot of people, for the first game especially, there was the story continuation from run over run. There's in both of these games, there's hundreds of voice acted lines for every single character. If it's not really hundreds, it's a lot.
There's so many more in this game too. Yeah,
like every time you run into someone new, as long as you've done another run, they have something new to talk to you about. Is it going to be major? I don't know, maybe, but it's going to be something. And I feel like
it's not even just that. Like they also have throwaway lines for specific instances of things that happen in their room specifically.
Right.
So everyone has like a line for addressing what happened when the silk armor breaks in the fight with them.
Yes, exactly. So like I do want to give both of these games credit. They are really great games. Like both of these games are famous in their own right for really good reasons. And we really liked Hades 1 a lot. That's why it was number 1 in our infallible list of the best roguelikes of all time at weroguelikeit.com for the last couple of years. It was this untouchable
Uh-huh.
you know, peak at the top of that mountain. I feel like I've kind of cooled on Hades 1 over the years, but not to the point where I'm like, we need to kick it off the top. So going into Hades 2, it is, again, a really good game. And if you played Hades 1, it's you kind of already know how to play Hades 2. And it has all of the hallmarks that made Hades 1 so successful. But
I mean, yeah, I immediately give Skelly my first piece of ambrosia.
right, right, like, and like it's fun to see the gifting is still there. It's also really fun to see how many roguelikes in the intervening years since Hades 1's release have directly gained influence from Hades. Like I was playing Absalom this year, and even Absalom has the dialogue between runs and stuff, but it also had the thing that I forgot came from Hades 1, which is the little shining light in the background that you can interact with, and the voiceover guy will give you a little bit, like one paragraph of lore about the world. And I was like, right, that did come from Hades, and it's still here in Hades 2, and it has the normal Supergiant Games narrator doing it in his incredible voice. But
And also, I've already bumped into a fourth wall break with that because it's Homer.
yes.
I didn't know it was Homer.
Yeah, she said, that's enough out of you, Homer. And he was like, I mean, I don't, what? What are you talking about? Which was pretty great. But like, part of what I'm struggling with this game with, and I'm having fun enough with the game, is it's more Hades. And that's not bad.
It's not bad. It's
Right.
not a bad game.
No.
Let's address that.
Yeah.
It is definitely not a bad game. It still plays well. It feels great. It controls well.
It looks incredible. Like, just
Yeah.
especially, the standard character portraits, and like everybody in this game looks so incredible. Hephaestus especially is one of my favorite ones. I don't know if you've run.
Oh, my favorite so far is Narcissus.
Narcissus is really good. My favorite overall is definitely Chaos, though. They got a pretty serious upgrade in this game.
I haven't seen Chaos yet.
They look so cool, man. But like every character looks really great. It has some of the best voice acting in the industry. The music is incredible. The Skilla and her band singing you louder and louder as you go through the second area.
Sirens.
So cool. Big recommendation for people
That is
playing
where I'm
this.
currently stuck, by the way.
Oh, okay. So you haven't fought the third boss yet?
No.
Okay.
I have not fought. I'm assuming is the giant bag of gold you
No.
alluded to on your stream.
No, that is the fourth boss. That thing is... Sorry,
Okay.
that's not even a boss. That was a mini-boss. That thing kicked my teeth in. That was brutal. The third boss is also really mean, but I will not spoil who that is because it's a really rough fight, man.
I do love like the spirit card system. I think is really cool.
I do like that system quite a lot. Yeah, I'll give them a lot of
upgrade,
credit.
and I love the references they put in there, like the champions, and it's Theseus and the Minotaur doing like a fancy pose. Like it's so cool.
I do like the hub area quite a bit. I like that they have it split into 2 areas, and
the crossroads.
Yeah, and each area is fairly big. Have you gotten to the point where you can plant crops in the
I've got two crop things, but I literally am struggling to find seeds. Like that's
Okay,
the thing. But
those are
I just got the shovel, so I'm assuming the shovel
yep,
is going to help me in that
yep.
endeavor.
And also, don't forget for anyone playing this, there's a bunch of records on the scroll of fates or whatever the hell that thing is called for completing forget me not stuff. Please mark literally everything as a forget me not, and you will get that done pretty quickly, without having to be like, oh, I'm out of things to unlock, which probably won't happen for a good long time. But
Yes.
I do kind of like the that that main hub area. I don't really like the third area though. I appreciate that they have taken a different approach to making an area in Hades, to differentiate it a little bit from, you're going to this room, you're clearing it, you have a selection of 1 to 3 rooms that you can go into next. In the third area, you're going through and clearing very large areas with multiple encounters sort of sprinkled around them, kind of major and minor encounters. And once you clear out the entire area, that's when you can go to the next sort of large area. And you clear out, I think it's only 2 or 3 big areas, and then you go fight the boss. So, like, it's a little bit fun, but I feel like each individual area is maybe a little bit larger than I think I would want it to be. And I
Yeah.
even with the upgrade for that zone, because I'm now unlocking upgrades for individual zones of like
The healing ones and
right.
stuff like that.
So there's a bonus in that zone that gives you a. It's almost like the little line that points you to the
Collectibles.
yeah, the collectibles, or like the ghosts you can interact with in fishing spots and all that. It does that sort of thing, which helps a little bit, but it's still sort of. Also, want to mention, boy, I was not expecting a lot out of that upgrade for like going and talking to ghosts and doing the L2 and R2 mini game.
Oh, it's a game changer, bro.
It gives you like 30 or 50, and then if you run into multiples in a run, they give you more than the last person gave you of whatever the like
hmm
whatever that hand upgrade material is that I
Uh,
never grasp.
it's spirit, I believe.
Okay. It's for I like
Might be grasp, but
I
yes,
like as you
it's
fill that bar up, there's more bones in her hand
in the hand.
in
Yeah.
that menu. And like that's the stuff that I really like from Hades is all the like UI little stuff. It's all the like there's a moment later on in the game where oh my god, I'm not gonna remember her name, and I really love her design. The one who's wearing the wolf pelt, the hunter,
Artemis.
Artemis. Thank you. She makes her way back to the crossroads, and there's just a multi-minute scene where you can just press like R1 or L1 or whatever, and her and Mel sing for a considerable amount of time. Just they sing together. It's like great.
hmm
That's incredibly cool,
And
and I'm
that's the thing that I loved about the Siren Boss is like, hey, you
right.
wrote an original song with 3 performers for this exact thing, and I love the fact that when like you stun one of them, like the lead singer complains about the harmonies and
Mm-hmm.
is like stun locked for a second. Like it's
And they wrote what I have heard 3 or 4 songs out of them over my
mm,
runs of like they wrote a considerable number of run of songs for that boss. It's really good.
yeah.
So like that's part of the thing that I've been struggling with is I've done 2 streams for this game, so I've played about 5 or 6 hours of this game so far. Which, of course, for any game we talk about on the almost any game we talk about on the show, that's just barely scratching the surface of a large game like this. But I'm kind of the thing that I'm torn with on in my soul is this still feels good. I wish this game was like a little bit snappier in the same way that I wished Hades 1 was a little bit snappier. It can kind of feel a little sluggish from like a combat and gameplay perspective every once in a while. And that's not the
Mhm.
dash cooldown. It's just kind of like a rhythm sort of thing. Um,
Yeah.
so like that carries over it, but it still feels great to play. It is still a very good game. If I see it on people's Game of the Year lists at number 1 this year, I'll go, yeah, sure, I see it.
Yeah.
But I wish that it had kind of taken a larger step away from
This is
Hades
what we
1.
do though.
Right,
This is literally what we do.
right.
Like we play roguelikes. We have a show about it. We know two scientists who will cover
That's right.
this.
They're very cool and very handsome.
Well, I wouldn't say handsome, but yes.
But like, I, I, I wasn't expecting. So let's bring this back to the last game we were playing. I wasn't expecting for there to be a massive change from when we got Deep Rock Galactic and then DRG Survivor. Those are vastly different games
Yes.
in the same universe. I was not
And like
expecting.
we've talked about this before, like that they've got another game in alpha right now on Steam,
Right,
which is another roguelike, but that's more like the original Deep Rock Galactic. It's a
right,
first person shooter roguelike.
right. So like I wasn't expecting come in here and see Hades 2 running on the Vampire Survivors engine and it's a bullet heaven now. That wasn't going to be the
Uh-huh.
case, no matter how much I did or didn't pay attention to the early access. But it is a step forward from Hades 1. I just wish that step was a little bit bigger. But like I said,
Mhm.
to couch one last thing here, like I said on my streams, I haven't beaten this game yet. So Hades 1 sort of had a significant change to it from like a gameplay systems perspective when you beat the game for the first time. So
Yes.
I'm not fully judging Hades 2 yet because I haven't gotten to that point. I also haven't turned
There's
on.
a bench at those crossroads that says relax, and every time you try, the main character says not until the job's done.
Exactly. So like, and also I haven't turned on God mode yet. I probably will because I'm continually struggling with that third boss unless I have.
Completely forgot. I completely forgot about God mode.
Yep. Also,
Despite the fact that I set her up on Hades 1 the same time I was playing Hades 2.
right.
That's a hilarious story that the listeners will never get to listen to.
But also, I want to mention about the settings. Please go in and turn on the music subtitles for the game as well, because
Perfect.
Scylla's song as you're going through that second area can be a little bit hard to hear until you're going and fighting her. But the one time I beat that third boss, I did have an absolutely astoundingly overpowered run with the second weapon. And every time that
Blades?
yes. Every time that Mel hit an enemy, she hit for it was either 2 or 3 times, but it took 5 magic every time you hit an enemy like that. But I had already gotten a boon where every time I hit an enemy, I get 10 magic. So I am just like hitting him like a punching bag, like and that I sailed through that game until I ran into whatever the hell that giant bag of gold is supposed to be, that big dumb super jerk. But like that was the first run that I felt like it could have gone all the way, and I've been trying to play this game without turning on God mode just to kind of see what the vanilla experience is. And I think I'll get to the point now where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to turn it on and get that. I'm assuming it will have the same benefit as last time of like, was it giving you like 1% armor or something every time you died?
Damage resistance, and then every time you die, I think it was like 10%, and then every time you died, it give you an additional like 0.5% or like an additional 0.1%
Yeah,
or
something
1%.
like that. Yeah. So what are your kind of final thoughts here for week 1 of what is arguably the biggest roguelike of 2025?
I mean, I'm right there with you, to be honest. Like, I think it is a phenomenal game. I think it looks beautiful. It still plays really nicely.
Mm-hmm.
The voice acting, the sound design is insane.
So good.
But it's Hades too.
Right. Right. And like I get why
Like,
Supergiant would make Hades
I,
2.
I, if you sell the amount that Hades 1 sold, you make a Hades 2.
Right. And like I also
Having said that, though, if you sell the amount that Hades 2 sold, you make a Hades 3.
sure. And like I'm not going to sit here and say that Supergiant didn't make the game that they wanted to make, because both of these games really do seem like the games that they wanted to make. And obviously I'm not part of the development team, so I don't know 100% for sure, but like these do very much feel like games they wanted to make. So if they didn't want to make a Hades 2, or if they wanted to make Hades 2 a significantly different game, they probably would have, and they wouldn't have had Activision Blizzard breathing down their throat saying like, hey man, you need to make this thing again and somehow make it sell 15 million more copies.
Yeah.
They didn't really need to do that. So I respect and I appreciate that they made the game that they really wanted to make. I just, as we're talking about it, I still continue to feel like, yeah, it's good, but
But,
all the last 20 minutes.
yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully everybody is playing along with us. If you're not, I had some people asking my chat as I was streaming this, should you hop into Hades 2 or should you hop into Hades 1? Because Hades 2 seems to be a continuation of Hades 1's story.
I mean, if you want the story, do 1 then 2. But
Right.
if you're not really that interested, just play 2.
Yeah. And I think 2 does a really great job of onboarding you to the game. It's not one of those things of like, it's not like Hollow Knight Silksong where it's like, hey man, get in here. It's the real business. You better have played the first one because we're not teaching you anything. It does a really good job, excuse me, of tutorializing and onboarding and like having some pretty easy runs at the beginning and all of that stuff. So if you don't really care about the story, or you want to watch like a YouTube explainer or whatever about it, I think you'll be fine hopping straight into 2, and I don't think you'll miss anything. So
I'm playing a lot of roguelikes at the moment. I will say
ditto.
one thing I wanted to bring up. Yeah, you've probably got me beat. I'm only playing 2. I think you're playing 4 at the moment.
I'm playing 3 or 4. I gotta get back to Absalom, but that's also on the plate.
I can't remember which one it was, but it was a roguelike that we praised on this show. When you unlock something, the very next run, you always get that item.
Yeah,
Always.
I don't remember what that game was, but I remember
I don't remember which one it was.
We
but,
played
like,
too many games.
Every time I'm playing a roguelike now, I'm like, I unlocked something last run, and I really wish you would give me it this run, so I can see what it is, so I can see what it does.
Yep. I really wish more games would do that, of just like, it doesn't need to be the first thing you pick up, but it should be one of the first couple things you pick up of like, hey man, you got a new toy to play with. And it's like, yeah, I want to see the new toy. Like, I'm got the grabby fingers. Like, gimme. Especially with how much you can potentially invest from a currency perspective in this game. Some stuff starts to get more and more expensive as you're going deeper. So it's like, okay, I just kind of spent a lot of ash to unlock this card to do this thing, or I spent 4 different currencies to unlock this thing. Can I play with a new toy?
Can you show me what it
please?
does? Give it to me now, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
All right. Hopefully everybody is playing this along with us. Hopefully everybody's enjoying it. And hopefully we'll see you all next run. Bye.
Bye.